Hello, I hope y'all are doing well. It is August 27th, and today I'm here. So today I'm back. It's been quite a long time. Uh, but yeah, so this something that's good, I guess, is that I now have a computer again. So videos that I do create will be better. I guess it's like the easiest way to say it. Uh, it's also computer's a good bit better than my last computer. So the what I used to record on, like before February. Uh, so yeah, uh, pretty nice, I'd say. Uh, Normal uploads should kind of be coming back. I really don't know like what the schedule is really gonna be because just with school and everything, it's hard to like have a specific day to actually film, and I mean, I'm kind of just gonna go week by week, I think, and I'm just like plan like, so if I have like a ton of tests in school, I'm not gonna be able to record because I have to, study for those. Uh, and I also have to do other homework. So yeah, that's like, I mean, last week I just had a ton of stuff, mainly because I was just missed a couple days of school the week before because I was sick. Yeah, I think it's been 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks since I posted a video, but I'm back. I probably will have another video out tomorrow after, like tomorrow. Um, but yeah, I hope y'all have been doing pretty well. I also hope to have some different types of videos because now that I can do stuff again, hope to have like maybe some just like more different content other than just weather stuff. Just do some I don't know. I mean, I'll see. I can do a thing, but yeah. Let's go and get started. So right now, looking at the National Hurricane Center, we have a lot of action going on in the Atlantic. We can see we have four areas to watch. Specifically, this area right here, and then this back here. Those are the two main areas we're gonna want to watch. Uh, we're gonna talk about these a good bit in just a little bit. We also have an area uh, right here that I think has like that area right there has a 20% chance of formation within the next 5 days. This area over here, though, has a 50% chance within the next 5 days. So a little bit of a greater chance there. And looking at satellite right now, we can speed this up a little bit. And yeah, we can see that area right there. There's a good bit of dry air kind of in front of this, but it doesn't look bad. I mean, so we have a good bit of convection, but also we have this wave over in Africa. That's the next thing we're gonna be watching as this moves west, which is also going to be really interesting to see what that does. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now with that's just IR. Let's go ahead and go over to the GFS model. So on the GFS model, this is right now. We can see that is our low that's associated with this first, like our first disturbance right there. That's the low that's associated with it. We can see GFS is start moving west throughout like tonight and tomorrow. It doesn't do a whole lot. No, not a lot of strengthening at all. But tomorrow, I mean, this has stayed pretty much the same for the last several runs of the GFS. Just kind of I mean, it's just a low. I mean, it's not really a big deal. And as this moves west, even by Tuesday, I mean, we're out here now. I mean, this is still not doing anything according to the GFS. At this time, though, the European still is pretty similar. Tuesday, it's still not really impacting anywhere. It's just there. We can see that other wave to the east of it. Also looking pretty good over there. On the European, though, we can see we do not have. It's not as like it's not as strong, I guess, but yeah. And then by Wednesday, Thursday, we can see both of these are still here on the GFS. Still not doing a lot. This is Thursday evening. This is September 1st. We can see both these waves are just hanging here. I mean, they're not really doing anything in the GFS. The European-wise, you can see both there as well. Just not even really like tropical storm showing that. I mean, any of these. So yeah, Canadian, similar story. But as we go into, like Saturday, we can see these started to get their act together a little bit. Saturday evening, this is September 3rd, like the out like late afternoon, September 3rd. We can see both of these are. I mean, none of these have really impacted any land yet on the European though. You can see this one's a little further south. That first wave is like really like strengthens pretty quickly as it goes with the Puerto Rico on Saturday during the day. Saturday, GFS is at a little further north and weaker, so we do not see that like those impacts as far as south, of course. But you can still see that wave back there, but it's gonna hang out for a little bit longer according to those models, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But Sunday, we can see Sunday and Monday the GFS has this thing kind of just turning, not literally impacting nowhere, just has it turning into the Atlantic. Kind of goes like right over Bermuda right there. Really doesn't do much at all. Second wave also it just stays way out there. I feel that's look pretty strong though on the GFS. Yeah, 991. It's not bad. But the European's a little bit of a different story. We can see the European takes this thing like a lot closer to land. It's a little bit more close, and then it does get like it strengthens it a lot. By next weekend, about a week out, so uncertainty with this is pretty high. You can see a 993 millibar low right there. Curious what the Canadian has. Okay, Canadian's similar to the GFS. Yeah, very similar to the GFS. But yeah, so I mean, tropics are going to begin to get active again. Definitely looking like that, or not again. I mean, they're going to be beginning to get active. I mean, they've not been active for a long time. But yeah, so on the other end, we got two disturbances to kind of watch over in this area, or mainly just like one in the National Hurricane Center there, and that comes together in the GFS like about Tuesday and the Wednesday, and then as that goes into the Gulf, it just strengthens pretty quickly, and then just makes landfall in Mexico, maybe bringing some impacts like South Texas. Not really, there's some precip maybe, but nothing like out of the ordinary, considering we already have a lot of air mass like showers and storms across that region. But we'll see. Let's see what the European has. The European does not show that at all. The European kind of shows it, literally shows nothing. Maybe just like a little bit of unsettled. I guess you can kind of see that piece of energy. But nah, it's not there like it is on the GFS. Canadian, same story as European. Just like maybe a little piece of energy does make it to the line, like the southeast, but it's not really. It's not much in the way of like a tropical storm or anything. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see kind of what that actually grows into. Tropics are starting to get active again, but right now, I mean, not a whole lot of stuff looking. Not a whole lot of impacts for the U.S. Although, if anything does like happen to shift with this, like this first wave, or that's not the first wave, but I think it's the first wave. If anything does happen to shift with the first or the second wave that we see, should Canadian. What does the Canadian have going on here? It's like, I'm just, well, this is confusing. Okay. Oh, so just that's okay. That is completely the first one. Like I thought they did something else, but yeah, when the Canadian takes that really close to Cuba and the U.S. So I mean, there's still like a lot of uncertainty with this, like what these two, I guess not really waves, but kind of systems do as they get closer to America, or the U.S. But I mean, right now I wouldn't like say that we're gonna see any impacts like for sure. I just say the chance is there. I mean, chance is there, but it's not that big of a deal yet. I don't know. I mean, if something shifts between like the GFS and the Euro, then it would start to become a big deal. But we'll see. We do have this like pretty significant high out here, which can help to kind of guide them. Like kind of not really up the east coast, pretty far out though. You gotta keep it like pretty far away, but we'll see. That chance is still there that something could make it towards the U.S. So yeah. That's the tropics. I meant to pull up the SPC here. Let me go ahead and do that. It's so much easier to pull things up when your computer's you're not on a Chromebook. Yeah, we'll go and get pivotal weather here since we can actually use pivotal weather now. No, so yeah, this will be good. Okay, so forgot to get that pulled up. I'm sorry about that. But tomorrow we do have a slight risk for severe low before I want to talk about. So I want to talk about what we have going on right now. My bad. So right now, and this is in the southeast, we just have a flash flood warning for Montgomery, Alabama. We can see a few kind of air mass type thunderstorms in the area. We have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in northeast Iowa. For some reason, radar scope is still slow. Actually, we got a decent little supercell right there, I think. Definitely a supercell. Yeah, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in northeast Iowa as well ongoing, but that's that. Tomorrow we can see have a slight risk once again for areas in Minnesota, like a large amount of Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Sphere weather-wise, in the morning we could be looking at a little bit of like showers across the area, according to the HRRR here. But by tomorrow afternoon, then we see a bit like a nasty line form in the HRRR. Now, take a look at the environment. That is very contaminated. Nice. Okay, there we go. All right. So here's a non-contaminated sounding. You can see. Dew point 64, a little low, but I wouldn't say it's that big of a deal. Definitely looks like a pretty decent hail and wind threat. Definitely just a slight risk, though. Maybe. I just don't think. I don't know. I don't know the question's like. I would personally not go enhanced right now. Off of this sounding, this is not an enhanced sounding, but the one model, also in one area. Generally a little bit of capping going on. Plenty of instability. Instability won't be an issue. Instability is not like extreme or anything, but yeah. As we go into like the evening hours, we can see how line progresses, turns more linear as well, and we do see a pretty interesting thread in the HRRR. Look at that hodo. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of shear, good SRH in the 300 to 400 range there, and surface to 3 kilometers. Actually, pretty impressed with this sounding, to be honest. Shear is pretty nice looking. Yeah, I'd say, that's an interesting 23. What does the SPC have? We have a 2 Tor. Okay. See what the environment's like further south into like southern Minnesota. Yeah, still supportive of a little bit of a tornado threat, I'd say. But question will be, according to the HRRRs, if we get storms to go off in that area. These storms move further east into Wisconsin and ahead of them. Still see tornado threat does remain. The problem is also these storms are like mainly linear. Although the sounding does support supercells, do grow, and we do see them turn linear pretty quickly. Other models like the NAM3 here, we can see pretty similar situation, pretty just like nasty line, but NAM3 is a lot further south, has a threat like shifting more down towards Minneapolis. We can see pretty similar sounding to the HRRR2 with that. With that sheer, decent SRH, and Noda looks like, that's like a 2.5 Tor, I'd say. Wouldn't be surprised right now if they put like a 5 Tor out for that area, maybe. Other models here, the ARW, See, it also has that line similar to the NAM3 and SSL. Yeah, pretty similar as well. FE3, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be great. Oh wow, okay, that's good. It's gonna happen. Yep, it's a nice like line of supercells. All right, nice. I love the FE3. It's not gonna happen. Just that was sarcasm. Even in the morning, we do see maybe a little bit of a severe weather threat, like towards that area. Let's take a look at dew points tomorrow, just more widespread. Yes, we can see our surface lows up there. We have like 2 surface lows though with this one. Wait, if we actually have, looks like we have another surface low indicated in the HRRR. Let me go back to a previous run here. Go back to the 18Z. I mean, still see it surface low, so we'll see like if anything can get out of that. I mean, I don't know if we really have like if the environment's any better, but if we can see anything like interact with that surface low, I wouldn't be surprised if we still see. But generally tomorrow the 20th threat does not look bad. I'd say a 5% upgrade's pretty likely in my opinion from the SPC. Wouldn't be surprised if we do see a tornado or two tomorrow. Pretty interesting. I mean, definitely day 3 we see that severe threat shift east across areas of Michigan down into Illinois. Go ahead and move to the Midwest here. So I don't think the HRRR fully goes. At 18Z though, we can see we have, looks like every Midwest like marginal risk day, not gonna lie. This looks like every other, this looks like every, this just looks so similar to every event I've seen in the Midwest. Like, not every event, but like a lot of events you get after these days up in the northern plains that happen this far east that are marginal risks guys look just like this on the HRRR. Just like a lot of like messy storms with some lines, but will this actually happen? No. I mean, HRRR forecasted reflectivity like very rarely is ever accurate. Go ahead and go over the NAM3 here, see how far we can go out. Okay, so 18Z, see a lot of, see a good bit of storms going off. Main threats look to be wind and, I mean, maybe like a smaller hail threat. Up towards Michigan, that environment's a little interesting. Over in Ohio, yeah, still looks like main threat will be wind. All the way down in the southern Illinois, main threats will still wind. I mean, generally, Monday kind of looks like a wind day. Just a damaging wind threat across many areas, kind of, which is why we have the marginal risk. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some like smaller hail in some areas, but other than that, I'd say mainly wind. And I mean, the tornado threat, I think it's very low across like the entire area. But if we do see like any changes, I feel like maybe we could see something in Michigan, because we seem to have like generally better dynamics. I mean, take a look at like dew points. Not that one. I want this one. And yeah, I'd say, I mean, like Michigan or, I'd still say Michigan. I mean, seem to have like the best shear. Right now, I'd say the tornado threat's pretty low. I'd say it's pretty low, but across the entire area. But that could change, and we'll take a look at that tomorrow. But thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. I hope this video is also better than hope this is better than like all my other videos, because my computer wasn't being very slow the entire video. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow. And yes, goodbye.